in Terre Haute and Greencastle.
Today's vehicles often require additional procedures such as computer scans for even simple repairs. This ensures that your crash avoidance system and distance sensors are functioning properly.
At Honey Creek Collision, we invest in the latest equipment and technology and provide continuing education for our technicians to ensure a high quality and safe repair.
Honey Creek Collision is a second-generation, family-owned and operated business that you can trust.
So when your insurance company asks, tell them you're going to Honey Creek Collision.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
To everyone who loves...
At guard, number 5, Keegan Owen. At guard, number 10, Brady Wheeler. At guard, number 30, Nevin Robson. And at forward, number 44, Connor Martin. The Grizzlies are coached by Guy Neal. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. At guard, the 5'9" freshman out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, number 2, Kobe Studmeyer. At guard, the 5'11" junior out of Alexandria, Virginia, number 3, Bradley Harden. At guard, the 6'2" senior out of Carmel, Indiana, number 5, Max Chaplin. And at forward, the 6'5" senior out of Fishers, Indiana, number 10, Terry Hicks. And at forward, the 6'7" sophomore out of Indianapolis, Indiana, number 42, Miles McGowan. The Fighting Engineers are coached by Nick Sales. Fans, a reminder, the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference promotes.
And you saw the starting lineups again for Bluffton. The Beavers have Michael Stamen. He's number 3. Number 5 is Keegan Owen. Number 10, Brady Wheeler. Number 30 is Nevin Robson. And number 44 is Connor Martin. And for Rose-Hulman, it's Stoudemire, Harden, Chaplin, Hicks, and McGowan. And we're going to apologize for the Bluffton, they didn't call them the Beavers. They called them something else, and I'll have to check. Yeah, they did. So that was actually the fun one for the day. McGowan going to jump it up against Martin, and they step into center court, and here we go. Tips up and controlled by Bluffton. Stamen with the basketball. Will give it back up to Martin. Martin looking for that screen off the edge with the drive, right down in the low post, and they got open looks. They're going to have to pull the trigger. Nice ball movement and an easy layup that time for Nevin Robson. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Harden working off of McGowan's screen. Feed down low, easy layup, and again, both teams executing quite well offensively and man-to-man.
That's definitely what you want. Both teams getting off to a good start.
Scores tied. We're early in the ball game here. Wheeler with the basketball. Over to the left side to give it to Robson. Good ball movement. Owen to Wheeler. Wheeler's going to drive, looking, gets that cross-court pass, gives it up. It's Stamen. Back over to Wheeler to Martin. Martin driving in the low post, tries to work on, and a good defense. Beat the shot clock, but didn't put it in the hole.
That's not where you want to be offensively. 3 seconds right in front of McGowan.
McGowan looks, they're going to call a traveling violation. Good defense that time by the Beavers, and a turnover will give the ball back. We're tied at 2-all.
Great job by Wheeler to come and close down that baseline with the double team there quickly. McGowan wasn't quite expecting it. First turnover by the Engineers.
Stamen hands it off to Wheeler. Nice crossover move. Has an open look for Stamen. He didn't shoot the basketball. Back outside. They're still working for it. Martin gives it up. Stamen drive in the lane. Tries to do something with it. He's guarded quite tightly in there. With it down inside, they're going to call a traveling violation the other way on Robson.
Yeah, there's no advantage really. We look at Bluffton, no advantage on the offensive end individually, but collectively, if you space and you move, you cut, you pass. That's how they got that opening layup they're going to have to execute today.
Harden with the basketball. Drives in, open look in the corner. Hicks can't get it to go and tipped around and picked up by Bluffton. It's Stamen with the rebound, and he'll bring it across the 10-second line. Wheeler looking for the cutter coming across. Tries over the top. Wheeler trying to work one-on-one. Puts that shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out, and Chaplin with it.
Early offense, but not a great shot there.
Moving the basketball. They'll give it up to Stoudemire. Harden. There's Hicks. Lost the basketball momentarily. He'll pick it back up. Chaplin. Stoudemire with the drive. Pump. Nope. He should have just put it up. Okay. McGowan with another layup.
Yeah, it ended up well, but we got a little bit lucky there with the defensive lapse, leaving McGowan underneath the basket.
Wheeler.
Nice
Look, he got a man open in Martin, and Hicks comes over, and it went off Martin's foot out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball.
That's a great slip there by Martin. Just the pass maybe a little bit low for him, and it's a great idea. But once again, the execution for Bluffton is going to have to be there in this contest.
Kobe Stoudemire with the basketball. They're still trying to get the ball inside of McGowan. They've done a nice job so far. He has both baskets for Rose-Hulman. Chaplin, look, open look for Hicks for three. Squares up, got it.
Terry Hicks.
Three-point basket by Terry Hicks, and he needs to have a good ball game. Coming back from an injury early on in the season, he should be 100% right now.
He's really played well as of late. Almost a turnover there. Hicks with 5 straight double-digit scoring outputs. That double-double last game against Franklin looked really good.
Score is 7-2. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Wheeler with the drive to the lane. Can't get it. Tipped around. Picked up by Harden. Gets it up. That's a real headsy play. Saving the basketball. Chaplin to Stoudemire. Open look for three. He can't get it. Ooh, we've got a foul off the rebound.
Boy, I thought that was going down her. Going to be, I think, a media timeout. But Stoudemire coming on that curl. Boy, he was square.
Substitution.
Not going to have media timeouts today?
No media timeout right now. We're still good. We're going to play this one through. 16 minutes left to go here in the first half. 7-2 is our score. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Stamen with the drive. He'll take it all the way down. He goes out of bounds.
Slips. Yeah, he slipped there. I guess now we'll get the media timeout.
Now we went past
now
that.
We're really under 16.
And it's a timeout. We'll take one as well. It's 7-2, Rose-Hulman.
Oh, my.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Some say that our approach to selling wooded ground is crazy. I prefer to think that we're nuts.
Beech.
Walnut.
White oak.
Hickory. We feel having an agent who is nuts about your property helps us attract more customers, making us, well, poplar.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And it's a 7-2 Rose-Hulman lead. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. The Engineers are shooting 60% from the floor right now. They're 3 for 5. Bluffton at 1 for 4. But more importantly, you look at something called turnovers, and it's 3-1. Bluffton's turned it over 3 times. Rose-Hulman with 1. With the drive, shots up, and getting it to roll is Bradley Harden for 2.
That's some great English with that left hand from Harden to get that to curl off the rim of the glass.
It's 9-2, Rose-Hulman, 7-point lead, and the Engineers are playing very efficiently on the offensive end.
And even better defensively. That's the thing that I was looking
for
today.
Shots up, blocked. And out of bounds and into the ball game with that block. Simon Blair came off the bench. He's open in the middle. They didn't get it to him. Harden in the corner. Stoudemire with the drive. He'll kick it back outside. He'll try it again. Down in there. Here he goes. Up and good. Shot by McGowan.
Yeah, too big, too strong, too mobile.
11-2. Rose-Hulman. Another turnover
On the
potentially.
floor.
It's on the floor. Everybody after it. Blair picked it up. Gets it to Stoudemire.
That's what you want to see. Get on the floor and get after it.
Give it to him. Harden should have fed it inside. Chaplin pulls up from 15. He got it. It's 13-2 and a timeout by Bluffton. They need one. 13-2. Rose-Hulman with the lead over Bluffton. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
13-2, Rose-Hulman with the lead, and huge difference in how this game's being played on both ends of the floor right now. Rose-Hulman in a dominant fashion. You're looking at such things as turnovers and shooting percentage, and Rose-Hulman is dominating this ball game.
And they quite frankly should be. And that's, you know, this game that has the potential here. Rose-Hulman has been playing well as of late.
Three-point shot up and good that time. Nice square up by Keegan Owen, the senior from Indianapolis, and he has 3 points as that first basket. He'll score the day. Chaplin to Harden with the drive, shoots it up and doesn't get it. Tips up by Blair, but he doesn't get it. And they're going to call a foul on Michael Stamen, a junior from Versailles, Ohio, and if he called it on the rebound, Blair has done a really nice job banging inside, and, and here comes Hicks back into the ball game. He'll replace Miles McGowan, but Blair is physical, and they don't want to deal with him.
Needs to be able to make his presence known.
Step back, Blair for three, can't get it to go. Good open look, he's just got to get that one to knock down. 13-5, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Bluffton with the basketball. Owen with it off that left wing. They'll feed it inside now to J.D. Stokes, who came into the ball game. Inside, tied up. Nope, he wasn't, but he threw it right to Harden. 2-on-2. Harden with the drive. He gets his, and they're going to say Stamen fouled him on it.
Got a lot of ball. Got some with the body, I suppose. As you know, will lead to a couple of free throws for Harden. One thing when you watch the Engineers play that frustrates me, the timing of the post up and the post feed. Too many times we're seeing the guards with the opportunity staring down that post player. You know, earlier I said give it to him. When your post man, you know, makes his cut, gets to the block, the offensive player, the ball handler, that guard, he's got to be looking and seeing and anticipating that move. You know he's going to get to that block. Be ready to make that pass as soon as he's available. You wait 2-3 seconds, defense collapses or they adjust, and they don't have that opportunity. So that's one thing I really would like to see the Engineers improve on throughout this season, is being able to, well, everybody got to the lane, Lord of mercy. Seeing the Engineers be able to feed the post on a more consistent and a more effective basis.
For the Beavers, Marcus Bruns comes into the ball game along with Cam Rogers. And I have a sneaky suspicion I know who Bruns' parents are. So with that crossover move, and here comes Rogers with the basketball. He'll hand it off to J.D. Stokes. And back outside, they'll set it up. Stamen turns a corner, open look for three. He'll take the long three, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out, and out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball.
Yeah, great hustle, getting after it, sold out. Just couldn't quite get there.
Folks, we want to thank Crane Credit Union, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell, National Bank, and York Automotive, Transportation given for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Zachary Jackson is into the ball game along with Willie Bowman. Shots up and just missed, but a fight for that rebound and picked up by Stamen. Trying to get it on the outside, step back three, no good, and picked up, fought for.
Yeah,
and they're going to have a foul. That was an easy one to call.
Yeah. Boy, both times the ball's rimming out on both ends there. They're very tight rims right now, I suppose. Maybe a foul on Hicks on the rebound attempt.
Two fouls on Hicks.
Those are, that's not what we want. Hicks had double figures in scoring in the first 10 minutes of the game against Franklin. Picks up 2 early fouls here. Austin Farnsworth in the game.
Yep. Isaac and he's matched right up on Stamen, who started the offense. You can see Stamen is that ball handler, and he settles Bluffton down and really runs it. Step back, he doesn't have it. Shot clock was running out. That's a nice play. And Farnsworth threw it to the Bluffton player standing out of bounds.
Well, he was falling out of bounds himself. He had to do something. Leave it to Farnsworth.
That's a smart move.
It is.
Rose-Hulman with the basketball. 14-5 is our score. Rose-Hulman with the lead here. Still early in the first half. Feed high-low. Zook Zurich is in the ball game with the drive. Jackson, he throws it up, and it almost goes in. Wow.
Got bailed out there. A little bit out of control on that drive by Jackson. It's going to potentially get free throws here after this commercial break.
And we'll take one. 11:50 left to go in the first half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Rose-Hulman with a 14-5 lead, and really it's been Rose-Hulman defensive pressure that's caused a lot of problems for Bluffton.
Yeah, Bluffton, as I mentioned earlier, offensively they don't have an advantage at any one spot on the floor. 1 through 5, I just haven't seen it at this point where they have an individual advantage. But when they execute their offense, they're going to get some back screens, they're going to get a lot of good spacing and cuts, you're going to get some open three-point shots, maybe some open looks at the basket. Just going to have to knock down some of their open looks and try to get a few more of them. Of course, that's more, easier said than done, right?
It sure is. Jackson feeds inside. Bowman takes a shot, doesn't get it to go. They're going to call it a rebound foul. It'll go against Rose-Hulman. It looks like it's against
McGowan.
Yeah.
It's the first foul. So, McGowan, one of the young men that we need to. Of course, you don't want anybody getting foul trouble, but boy, he's so integral to what these engineers want to do.
Well, you can really isolate him right now on the offensive side, and they haven't been able to do that. Still hands off, and they'll keep moving.
Deep in the shot clock. Again.
Stokes gives it back out to Stamen. He's going to have to do something with it. Takes the three, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to McGowan.
Once again, that's tough offense.
Jackson to Hicks. Inside to Zurich.
Field the double.
Vuk is getting open look to Jackson for three. Can't get it. Rebound again. McGowan pumps, puts it up, and gets it stuck, and he's fouled.
Well, they'll get some free throws out of this, but the good job by Jers to field the double team. He got on that block, didn't have the advantage right away, felt the double team coming, turned and looked opposite. Jackson couldn't quite knock down that shot, but the culmination is these free throws.
Let that one hang a little short.
Yeah. See if the next one hopefully doesn't go too long.
And again, 6 and still 6 points. Missed both those free throws. That's very uncharacteristic for him.
Yeah.
At the same time, Rose-Hulman with a 14-5 lead. Michael Stamen.
Look at Jackson.
Jackson is all of it.
Oh, the screen.
Lot of pounding on it. Air ball being shot. McGowan with another rebound. Jackson feeds it up. Hicks drives, shoots, doesn't get it, but it's up in the air, and rebound comes out to J.D. Stokes. Stamen to Stokes.
Oh,
he looked like he traveled with that one, didn't he?
Most definitely.
Ryan Rose, who's into the ball game, handles it. Shots up by Rogers, can't get it to go. Rebound to Willie. He's got an open look to drive. Turnaround, 5-footer, got it.
There you go, Willie Bowman. That shot going down for him. Let's see if that helps him start to feel a little bit more from distance. Been kind of quiet offensively as of late.
16-5, Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Of course, we definitely want Willie to have a great game after his parents came over and gave us these lovely treats. Had a good conversation with them at Wabash, earlier in the season. Hopefully Willie's healthy and has a breakout game tonight.
Stokes with the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound comes out to Zurich. Jackson up to Farnsworth. Feed inside to McGowan. He goes right through him. Stokes goes right through him, picks up the foul. It'll be Rose-Hulman ball underneath.
I would have loved to see that be a play on. I know some contact going through McGowan, but, it wasn't egregious. We honestly, it's not like we have a ton of whistles, but boy, I would have loved to see that be a play on and keep this kind of get a little bit more flow. Just feels a little choppy right now.
Using that double screen, open look for Bowman in the corner.
Good job by Stamen to stay with him.
Stoudemire, they're going to call an offensive foul on the inside.
It's got to be on
McGowan. He picks up his second foul.
He did. That's a big one right there. So Harden coming in for McGowan, going to go a little bit smaller. Had Blair, McGowan, and Farnsworth in the game at the same time. Going to go a little bit smaller lineup, but matches up well with these Beavers.
Stamen, they'll give it up. Had an open look, couldn't quite get to it. Wheeler kicks it out. Into the ball game is number 40, and that's Miguel Ringer. Miguel Ringer is number 40 for Bluffton. They'll feed it to Stokes.
Stay down.
Squares up on.
Oh, stay down.
Went up. Nothing. Rebound comes out to Harden. Harden to Farnsworth. Farnsworth handles the basketball, takes the lane, drives, puts it up. No foul. A lot of contact. It'll go the other way.
And Farnsworth did the right thing. Drove baseline, went into the contact, tried to get the call, see if he can get an and one or at least 2 free throws. Got none of that. Just keep making right plays. It's okay.
They're not going to make every call.
No.
They're going to call the foul on Bowman and a lot of pressure on the outside.
Yeah.
For Rose-Hulman, that's their fifth team fouls, what I have them down for.
Chaplin coming back in the game. So you look at Chaplin and take out one shooter and bring in another. Chaplin in for Bowman.
Still keeping that 3-guard, 2 big guy.
We need to. Could even go 4 and 1.
Yeah, check out. I mean, Stokes had an opening in the inside. Farnsworth finally picked it up.
A lot of hands.
Boy, gets it to go. Nice play by Brady Wheeler, the freshman guard from Lima.
That was a good take. And this is, when you watch Wheeler on tape, he's got some freedom to his game and will shoot from the outside. Pretty good off the bounce. And you just like to see, it'll be interesting to watch his development as he, continues through his time at Bluffton.
Low pressure. I like it.
2-2-1, got the zone working for him right there. Blair takes it right down the sideline. Open look, Chaplin can't get it to go. Tipped around, picked up. No, it's not picked up by anybody except Wheeler.
Oh, boy.
And he got him, and he didn't mean to hit him.
No, he got him in the head. And very rightly goes to display some sportsmanship to try to help him up. Say, hey, man, my bad. I didn't mean that. But still, whether you meant it or not, Wheeler took a shot.
Oh, and Guy Neal's talking to one of the officials saying, that was pretty hard, boys. You ought to go shoot that one.
Yeah, it was pretty hard.
And it is bonus time. So they're going to go to the line and shoot one in the bonus.
Yep.
And Brady Wheeler will step up to do that. Folks, we want to thank Crane Credit Union, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Ryan Luce State Farm Insurance, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive, with locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. The first free throw attempt is good. Score is 16-9 as Bluffton has kind of clawed their way back into a respectable margin here. They're within striking distance, and they're playing quite well right now.
And the Engineers are good defensively, but offensively just not able to get much to go. And Bluffton continuing with the pressure.
You talked about stagnant. It is stagnant right now. They're just not moving without the ball well enough to get themselves open looks. And the open looks they've had, they haven't been able to knock the shot down. Stoudemire off the Vuk Zurich screen. Blair with it. Screen. Here's Chaplin behind the back, looking at it. There's Blair. Across to Harden, crossover. He just lost it. Went completely out of the offense.
Great defense.
There's a really nice play by Ringer at the other end. Wheeler with it, out to Ringer. Here's Stamen. They'll give it up to Owen. Owen, who has connected from three-point range. You can't leave him alone. Give it back out. Ringer, set shot in the corner, and it's good. And the score is now down to 4. Lead is to 4, 16-12. Rose-Hulman with a 4-point lead.
Very nice baseline jumper there by Ringer.
Stoudemire, he carried it.
Yeah. I'd love to see the changes line up. We probably need a timeout. We're going to get one here, the media timeout.
And with that, we'll take one as well. 7:01 left to go in the first half. 16-12 is our score. And you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
All right, Walt, what do you see?
A little bit of a slugfest, to be honest with you. And one thing that I don't like the lineup for Rose-Hulman. It's going to be blunt. I don't like having Jurich and Blair in there together, especially in this conference. It's a turnover, 2-on-1. Got to capitalize. Oh, you got to capitalize.
And they finally did. Stoudemire off the rebound. He scores. It's 18-12 and a 6-point lead. Stamen back out to Wheeler. Ringer gives it back up. The shot's up and no good. Rebound to Wheeler, and he fights for it. I'll tell you what, you got to like that guy.
Yep.
He is a scrappy young man. He's playing very hard. Brady Wheeler, he's a freshman.
A small freshman, 5'11".
Yes.
Listed at 5'11".
Leo, you list him at 5'11". I know how that works.
Yep. I'll even debate the 160 pounds. No, I'm joking. I don't want his family to be mad at me. I'm having a good time here. Just joking.
Tough kid.
Yes.
Plays hard.
Yep.
18-13 is the score. A 5-point lead with this shot. Box it down to 4 again.
And the pressure once again. And if I'm Bluffton, I continue to do this for maybe the half or at least for a few more possessions.
Well, it speeds the game up, and Rose-Hulman is not as good speeding the game up out of this. They have not hit the open shots, breaking the press.
Oh.
Blair for 3. Misses that one. Outside, here's Wheeler. Kicks it back out to Stokes, over to Stamen. Trying to get something working. Bluffton's done a nice job in moving with it.
Yeah.
With the screen, here's Wheeler. Pump fake, he lost that one. And here comes Harden. He was tripped. They're going to call it on Wheeler.
Yeah, good job. I don't know if Harden was knocked down or went down, but get that call. You want to get that foul call, get one more foul closer to the bonus. I'm just going to go back again. The lineup. I would love to see a more mobile lineup out of I know that Hicks and McGowan both have 2 fouls.
Chaplin, first step was good, couldn't get the finish.
Tried to avoid the balance there.
Outside is Owen. Ringer. Back out to Owen again. In the corner, almost lost. They threw it off of Zurich, and it went out of bounds. That's a nice play by Stokes. A 4-point lead, and Bluffton with the basketball. Wheeler trying to trigger it inbounds, does so. Stamen at the top of the key. Trying to work on Harden, does a nice job. He fouled him and he scores. Yeah. And he really did foul him. I mean, I said foul before the whistle was blown because he came down on him, hit him right in the shoulder and head area. The basket goes in. He's got a chance to cut this lead down to 1.
Well, you swat down, especially in this game. You swat down like that, you're going to get the whistle blown on you, and rightly so. That was a foul. It should have been called, and it was, but boy, just keep him in front of you. You hate to see that foul right there at the end of the shot clock.
Both teams are in bonus. Misses that one. Rebound to Max Chaplin. So Chaplin with the ball. Stoudemire, they lost it out of bounds. That was a really not good. Well, they're going to call the foul. Yeah. I think, okay.
Yeah, you got nudged out of bounds a little bit.
Bonus.
Not a good foul. Back to the basket, not going to be able to make a play at that point. I know you want to get back in this game, but that's a tough foul right there.
10-point lead early in the ball game. Yeah. Bluffton has worked it back to, right now it's 2. Rose-Hulman at the line trying to lengthen that lead. Stoudemire with the first out of the 1 in bonus. We want to thank Culver's, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Micah Bonomo, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Honey Creek Collision Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. It's a 4-point lead for Rose-Hulman, 20-16, with 5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Love to see this lead get back closer to double digits for the Engineers here at the half.
Ringer to Rose. Rose with the basketball, gave it up to Wheeler. Wheeler working off of the screen out in front by Martin. Feed it down the low post, and it's lost, and now you've got a break opportunity. Chaplin with the drive, has an open look. Picks it up, puts it up, can't get it. Rebound, Zurich. He'll have a chance. He put it down, and a held ball.
You bring that ball down, and you're susceptible to that happening. You've got to keep that ball high. If you're going to dribble, if you need that means you should pass it out. Because if you're dribbling, that means you're not ready for that shot. If you come down with that as a big in the offensive rebound, you've got to be able to go back up or kick it out to one of your guards. You put the ball down, 9 chances out of 10, somebody's going to get a hand on it.
Well, the other one is it was not a power dribble either. No. You power dribble that thing and come up hard, you're probably going to get the foul called. Vuk with it, looking, picks it up. Stoudemire from 15, can't get it to go. Rebound by Martin, a nice board for the Beavers, and Stamen will lead the break. They've given up to Rose. Over the other side, here's back to Stamen. To Wheeler. Wheeler with the drive to the basket. Feeds on a low post. Here comes Martin down on the inside. Duck move, nice play.
Yeah.
Good duck move crossover, and it's a 2-point game, 20-18. Rose-Hulman with the ball. Jackson back into the ball game. Zachary Jackson. And they're going to call another foul. This one will go outside.
That's not a good
on Ringer. Miguel Ringer from Cincinnati picks up that foul. Timeout's been called. Rose-Hulman with a 2-point lead, 20-18, when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger. To keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
Today's vehicles often require additional procedures such as computer scans for even simple repairs. This ensures that your crash avoidance system and distance sensors are functioning properly.
At Honey Creek Collision, we invest in the latest equipment and technology and provide continuing education for our technicians to ensure a high quality and safe repair.
Honey Creek Collision is a second-generation, family-owned and operated business that you can trust.
So when your insurance company asks, tell them you're going to Honey Creek Collision.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
2-point lead for Rose-Hulman, 20-18, 3:52 left to go in the first half. And if you're looking at this one, you're seeing, again, Rose-Hulman got real sluggish from about 8 minutes into the ball game. So with 12 minutes on the clock, they got real sluggish. And that sluggishness has continued. Bluffton, on the other hand, has just fought like crazy to get back into this thing, and they've done it on the defensive end. Again, not as good offensively. This has not been a pretty ball game so far. Shots up and no good. Rebound comes out to the Beavers. They have a chance to tie or take the lead for the first time in a ball game. And Miles McGowan, who scored 3 out of the first 4 trips down the floor, hasn't scored since, and he'll be sitting on the bench with those 2 fouls he picked up early in the first half.
Another good defensive trip here.
Stamen being guarded by Jackson. Jackson bodied him up pretty heavy, and they'll go to the line.
Boy, that's frustrating. You get 25 seconds of good defense. Then you just get up just a little bit too high, as opposed to keeping him in front and keeping a hand up. You body him, you leave him to the free throw line.
Well, every ball player is taught that if somebody's up in your face, you can just take that one good step, get around and get going, and that's exactly what happened. So 1-point lead now for Rose-Hulman. Bowman back into the ball game. He replaces Stoudemire. And the score is tied. First time we've had a tied score since 2-2. Jackson trying to work up. Gets it up over the edge. Was not trapped, but that takes another 8 seconds off the shot clock. Looking for it. Bowman from deep range. He'll drive. Open look. Nope. Cross up. Chaplin for 3. Got it.
That's a big shot for Max right there. Really, that shot bailed out a pretty ugly possession. We didn't really have anything going. Bowman got in the paint, but just kind of got cut off. The bailout 3 there by Max thankfully went down.
Wheeler with the drive. Left,
got to keep him in
scoops it
front.
up, doesn't get it. Was looking for the foul.
Yeah, he was close to getting it too.
Chaplin cross court, gets it open. Jackson pump drive, feeds inside. Farnsworth can't get it. Rebound up, and Blair misses a bunny.
Oh my gosh!
Had an open look and just missed it.
Yeah, 2 big misses there at point blank range for the Engineers.
Finally had some shots that we can be excited about there. Stamen. He'll pull it back out and set it up. 2:10 left to go in the first half.
Just keep him in front.
Stamen driving, pulls it back out. Here's Wheeler, crossover, step back for 3. Yeah. He got it.
And that shot was set up. And I'm nitpicking here. But it's the same thing almost every time. That shot was set up by a reach. You reach for the steal, you don't get it. Next thing you know, you're giving up an open look.
Drive, shots up and good. And Jackson with a circus shot gets it in. It's 25-23. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Oh, that's offense.
Offensive foul off the screen. They've done it a couple times early on and didn't hit anybody.
Right.
It's a mover. This time he connected.
Yeah, he connected with a couple of engineers there. Clearing out a whole row. But, sometimes that happens, and engineers get a chance to take this to a two-possession game if they can get a bucket.
2-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Stoudemire pulls it back up. Here's Chaplin.
Move it.
He always thinks about it, I can tell you that. Farnsworth with the drive, puts the shot up.
Wow.
Nothing. They finally call a foul.
I'm like, boy, Farnsworth, what does he have to do to get a call today? My goodness.
There was a lot of contact on that one. I didn't know if he was going to get one.
I didn't think he was. He almost didn't. Several times, not going to say every time. That's about the third time that Farnsworth was going hard to the basket. That's what you want him specifically to do, is to go hard to the basket. He absorbs contact very well because he's got such a strong frame. But boy, you got to be able to reward the young man and get him to the free throw line.
Well, I don't know if you want to put anybody at the free throw line. That's the problem. We've missed a boatload of them.
Yep.
The last 4. You just keep missing free throws there for Rose-Hulman. Stoudemire with it.
Missed the flare.
Stoudemire, good drive, kick out, Chaplin, pump, pull up from 17, can't get it. Rebound out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
Ringer misses that one, and Rose-Hulman gets it with 52 seconds.
Great opportunity there, and Ringer could not squeeze it, tipped it, and just lost control of the ball. Just an effort play that, he just lost the ball.
Here comes the double screen, single off of it, and Bowman with the basketball. Crossed up. Here's Farnsworth, had it inside, get it to Vuk, drop step, put it down, got it up and in.
They're saying on the floor. It's going to be 2 shots anyway, but it's no and one. And look at he's pointing on the floor, correct?
No, they're counting the basket. Okay. They're saying he was in the ring.
Okay.
Inside the ring, so he has to call the foul because of the contact. You can't take a charge inside the ring.
I didn't think it was anywhere close to a charge because he was moving.
But
I didn't think that was on the table.
No, but he's saying he had to call it because he's inside. And he misses a free throw. Farnsworth with it.
Jump ball. That can't be a foul.
They're going to call a foul.
That cannot be a foul either way. I'm sorry.
That should have been a jump.
That's got to be a jump ball. No, that is a bad call, Herb. No advantage. Both guys going at it. They both had one hand on it. I'm sorry. That's a bad call.
Benefit to Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, maybe.
He got one.
Okay. Now we'll say I'll give you that benefit. Yeah, you mentioned the free throws, and now I think 4 of 11 from the free throw line as Bluffton 7 of 8. So they've been capitalized on their opportunities. And another foul, but it's going the other way this time.
And we'll walk to the other end. 28-23, Rose-Hulman with the lead. 40 seconds left to go in the first half, and it's been a slugfest the last minute.
What a weird half. You started off Rose-Hulman
dominating.
Firecracker. Yeah. Just dominant, like you talked about. What was it, about 14-5? 14-4, something like that. And
you're looking at Rose-Hulman they just took control right at the start, and Bluffton was like they were still on the bus.
Yeah.
That 5-hour bus trip may have been the cause at the start. All of a sudden, the Beavers have clawed themselves back into the ball game, tied it. They have not led in the ball game. And then Rose-Hulman here is eking out a little bit of a lead here towards the end of the first half. Martin can't get that one either. Rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. There's a differential in the shot clock by about 10 seconds. So timeout, Rose-Hulman. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
To everyone who loves...
And the teams will break the huddle. 33.9 seconds left to go in the first half. There's 25 on the shot clock, so we're about 9 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Bowman looking inside. Here comes Chaplin on the outside. He'll kick it out. In the corner, Stoudemire. Can't get it. Rebound. Jurek tipped it out. That's a nice play by Luke. Now they can go for one shot.
Yeah.
15 seconds left to go in the first half. Stoudemire. Screen by Jurek.
No!
A mover.
Oh, boy. I'm going to tell you what. This is just, you can disagree with me. I thought Brady Wheeler did a great job of selling that.
Oh, yeah.
He said, oh, like Boot shanked him. I mean, he screamed bloody murder. That is a great play. I mean, if you're going to
play. Yes, it is.
Sell the foul. I agree with what Wheeler did. I just, as a referee, you can't go for that.
Wheeler with a really nice play. Has a basketball. He'll launch the three. Can't get it. And Farnsworth with a huge board. And again, Rose-Hulman comes out with a 5-point lead. So an interesting ball game. Both teams going back and forth in this one. We'll take a break at halftime. Rose-Hulman leads Bluffton 28-23.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
28-25 is our score. Rose-Hulman with the lead at halftime. And as we look at some of the things going on with this one, individual statistics for Rose-Hulman. You're going to take a look at scoring here. First of all, Terry Hicks with 3, Stoudemire with 4, Harden with 3. McGowan with 6, Chaplin with 5, Jurek with 2, Jackson with 2, Bowman with 2. Simon Blair played, didn't score, and Farnsworth picked up 1 point from the foul line. Yeah, not dominant scoring because that's not the kind of game we saw in the first half.
It is not. A far cry from what we saw on Wednesday. Credit Bluffton for making this a pretty physical contest. They've done a great job disallowing cutters to roam free. You go through the paint, you want to get a body on you. That's what absolutely should happen. So Bluffton, making Rose try to earn so much, and Rose has not met that level of physicality that Bluffton has brought to the table quite yet.
Bluffton's done a nice job with their 2 guards. Wheeler has done a really nice job.
Yep.
Stahman has done a great job in moving the basketball and creating opportunities. Wheeler with 10, Stahman with 4, Robson with 2, Mark with 2, Owen with 1 3-point basket and a shot outside. Rose, Bruns, and Rogers, as well as Stokes played. A Ringer had 2 points off the bench as well. So Rose-Hulman has more people in the scoring column, but again, Bluffton really battled well in that first half.
They really did, and they held their own on the boards for the most part. Rose-Hulman +7 on the boards at the end of the half. They got a few more boards in the last couple of minutes that really made that advantage be what it is, because probably with about 4 or 5 minutes ago, they were close to even on the boards. And that's one of the things I wanted to see if Rose could be dominant on the boards today. They had the size advantage in most situations, and today as well. Can they be dominant on the boards? Can they be dominant defensively? I thought they did a good job defensively for the most part. The one caveat defensively, I need to see less reaching and less moving of feet. When you reach, you get out of position. That creates an advantage when your man gets by you. Somebody has to help. The rotation is not quite there. A couple of passes, you got an open shot. Or you're getting up in the air and there's leaving the free throws. Bluffton's done a good job getting to the free throw line. And Rose-Hulman just a little bit more reaching that I would like to see, creating open opportunities.
I'd like to see Rose-Hulman pound the ball inside a little more. They've had opportunities, and they just have not put it in the post.
Here, I mentioned that, the post feed is not there. But when the ball does get there, the big guys, Blair, McGowan, and also Jurich, they've got to be ready to do something with it when the ball does get there. The problem, I think, part of it is it doesn't get there enough. They don't get enough reps. Practice is one thing, but in a game, there's just too few reps of the ball getting on the block in a post-up situation. On the dribble drive and a dump-off board, more of that happens. But a true post-up with this team at this point, it's just not there. So I don't know if the confidence is there from the guards. Do the guards think the big guys will be able to do something with it? If they don't, they're not going to make that pass. And I wonder if that's some of the disconnect. And I'm not trying to say there's a problem, a rift with a team, but when the pass is not being made, I often wonder, does the guard have confidence? If the guard does not have confidence, I'm telling you, he's not going to make that pass. I don't care what level of basketball he's playing.
Yeah, and then the other part is that movement on the inside. It's been pretty stagnant, especially we talked about that from about the 12-minute mark all the way to the end. Very
right around the time McGowan
left the ball game. When McGowan left the ball game,
and
Hicks, yes, both that inside game kind of vanished for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah.
That's where they got the lead to start in this one. They went inside and continually went at layup after layup on the post play, but there were a lot of screening going on, and they really broke open to McGowan on the first four plays that they had opportunities, and they scored. And after that, it kind of got sluggish, and it really didn't happen. We're looking for more good action this afternoon in the second half. You're watching our halftime show here on Indiana Sports Network. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with more from Rose-Hulman.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
XLH Sports, the undisputed leader in Indiana high school sports, is proud to be associated with the Indiana Sports Network. XLH Sports, check it out today. You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
All right, Walt, what do you see on this one? What has to change for Rose-Hulman? What does Bluffton need to do?
Well, Bluffton, I think, needs to continue the effort that they had in the first half, but have a little bit better execution. The effort is not a problem with this team, and I just, from an individual talent level, Rose-Hulman has an advantage, but the execution, when Bluffton executes their offense, they look really good. When they space it, they cut, they screen well, they move the ball. They have a couple of really good guards, like you alluded to. They'll get some looks around the basket, and they'll knock down a few more three-point shots, I do believe. So Bluffton continue to execute their offense. Defensively, I think Bluffton is doing a fine job limiting Rose-Hulman to 28 points in the first half, with Rose-Hulman only committing, 4 or 5 turnovers?
Yeah.
So it's not like Rose is turning the ball over, but Bluffton is keeping them in front. They're making them take contested shots. They're really doing a good job of that. Rose-Hulman got to stay out of foul trouble. Hicks, McGowan have got to be on the floor after that 20 minutes. If you have 20 minutes of crucial basketball in the second half, they're going to have to be on the floor, 15, 16 of those. They'll have to get some breaks, but those guys, if they get in foul trouble, then Rose-Hulman might be in a little bit of trouble today.
Well, in foul trouble always happens that way, but Miles McGowan is the go-to guy. He has 6 points in the first half. He's missed 2 free throws, and when we talk about missing free throws, that's the big one that's glaring in the statistics. Rose-Hulman has only shot 33%. More importantly, they've been to the line 12 times. Yeah. So they're only 4 out of 12. And
a lot of points.
That's a lot of points you left on the court where you didn't capitalize, and their free throws, and they didn't look good shooting the free throws, especially towards the end of the first half. There were several times Rose-Hulman stepped to the line and missed both free throws, and when that happens, you're not going to lengthen a lead, and you're going to have somebody close in, and that's exactly what Bluffton did.
When you're playing, and I say this, and people are listening to me saying, man, this guy's just killing Bluffton. He thinks they're awful. No, but you look at this game, Rose-Hulman should win this game. At home, Rose-Hulman should win this game 10 times out of 10. I'm sorry. This year with this team that they have at home, they should win. But you let Bluffton be comfortable and watch out. So you have to take care of business. The first 5 minutes of the second half are going to be crucial for Rose-Hulman. Only a 5-point lead in a game that should not be a 5-point lead, frankly. But Bluffton is doing an outstanding job. Like I talked about, the effort is there. They got to continue to execute. And if Rose-Hulman continues to let them hang around and be within a possession or two, Bluffton is very comfortable, and they've been in several possession games or games decided by 7 or fewer points. So they've been right there in several contests, and they've won the majority of those.
I think that key would be you don't want them to get emotional.
Oh.
If somebody gets emotional in a ball game, you're going to win.
Yep.
And that's kind of how this is going to be played. Short time before we have the start of the second half. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with the start of the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
28-23, Rose-Hulman with the lead as we prepare to start this one. Fans, if you're a Rose-Hulman fan, our next Rose-Hulman basketball game will be this Wednesday. Manchester comes to Rose-Hulman, a 7:30 start. We'll have all the action for you here live on the Indiana Sports Network, so don't forget to tune in on that one. And
that should be fun.
It'll be a good ball game. Again, the teams that are leading, Anderson, Manchester, Franklin, Hanover, Rose-Hulman in that order. And if Rose-Hulman can hold on to this one, they're going to do nothing but stay even where they are or move up.
You know, this conference is so wide open this year. There's no dominant team this year. I think by the end of the season, you're going to have, and I mentioned this Wednesday, you're probably going to have 4 teams that at some point in the season hold the top spot in the conference, and it's just you just don't know from week to week. The top 4 teams are going to shuffle so many times by the time the season's over. Manchester lost again today. So that's 2 straight losses by a team that Wednesday was undefeated, scored 60 points in the first half against Anderson and lost by, it was like 99-98. And then they go on the road to Mount St. Joe's, lose today. So Manchester's going to be hungry when they come to the Holwood Arena on Wednesday.
Owen gives it up to Stahman. Stahman back out to Wheeler. Robson with the drive. He'll pull up. Nice shot. Got it up. Can't get it. Rebound comes out to McGowan. Starting 5 back for Rose-Hulman. Hicks. Stoudemeyer. Here comes McGowan. He's going to immediately be double teamed, but he'll drive anyhow. Open look for Chapman for 3. Good offense. They just didn't get it to fall.
He'll take that.
Stahman. Again, Robson gives it back out, and Owen, who has 1 basket in the ball game. There's Wheeler to Martin. Martin trying to take the crossover, gets it down in the low post, and he'll score it.
He knows McGowan has 2 and doesn't want to commit that third. He went straight at him as he should.
Lead is now 3. Hicks, drive, 10-footer, got it. Terry Hicks and hit. That's his comfort zone.
Yeah, elbow jumper. Terry Hicks is going to knock those down.
Martin. Here's Wheeler with it. Gives it up again to Connor Martin. Back out to Robson, who drove in there. He's not going to shoot the ball over McGowan. He just does from the corner. Can't get it. That's a nice play by Martin.
And a third foul by Hicks.
So Hicks picks up the foul. That was a really nice job by Martin in the screen out.
Yeah.
He screened him out. Now, they're discussing if he screened him too hard.
Well, I don't know if he hit his head on the ground or if he got hit in the head by Hicks. I'm not sure what happened there. But he's down for a little bit. So we're going to discuss this.
Foul is on Terry Hicks, and he's walking towards the bench.
Yeah. That's a tough one right there, especially on a miss where you want to get that rebound.
And they called a technical foul on
that's tough.
Terry Hicks.
That's tough. Well, a blow to the head.
Yeah.
And that's the second time today where one of the Bluffton Beavers got hit in the head. So you could, I can't say that I'm surprised by the call. So you got to protect the players.
And that also, if I'm correct, would be 2 fouls.
Ooh.
We'll see
that would be big.
What they show on it.
Yes, you're right.
Two free throws going in.
Yeah, he has 4 fouls now, so he's going to be on the bench for quite some time.
Yeah, we won't see him till about 4 minutes left to go in the ball game if they need him. 3-point lead, and Bluffton with the basketball and a chance to tie. Entry pass goes into Wheeler. On the baseline, back to the outside, gives it up to Owen. Trying to use Martin's screen. They'll give it back outside. Wheeler for 3, can't get it. Rebound comes out, and that's a nice job by Simon Blair. Fast praise. Rose-Hulman trying to get it. He had him open, but he had Wheeler behind who could have picked that one. That's why he didn't throw it in there. Open look, Chaplin for 3, got it.
As Harden, big 3 right there. That's okay. Big 3 there by Harden to push this lead out to 6.
6-point lead, 33-27. Traveling violation, took the extra step there, did Robson, and Nevin Robson turns it over.
The Beavers are doing a great job on offense of involving our bigs in screens out high. We're going to have to find, some of our guards are going to have to fight through some screens because there's a little bit too many switches and when there really shouldn't be.
But they haven't capitalized it in the low post yet either.
Not. No,
Blair. Could be an open look. Here goes Harden again. Drive all the way around. Open look for Stoudemire. Got it in. Stoudemire for 3, and it's 36-27. Leads popped up to 9. And tipped out of bounds, and a really good defensive play that time by Bradley Harden as he tipped the ball off of Wheeler. And they're going to hold up on something.
Yeah, there's a substitution.
Something, clock violation. Something. They got it reset, and we're good. Stoudemire, who just nailed that 3 with the basketball. Harden, crossover, he'll drive hard, puts a shot up and in. And I'm telling you right now, Bradley Harden has taken control of the ball game.
He really has, and somebody needed to emerge. Harden being that guy.
Couple really nice plays, driving down the low post. Martin puts the shot up, can't get it. Rebound tipped out, picked up by Stoudemire. Stoudemire driving hard, and he just got tripped. They called the foul, and it's going to be out of bounds. I didn't know if they were going to call that one.
Again, there have been a few late ones. There have been a few late ones today. But good push by Stoudemire as the Engineers, 11-point lead, come out of the half very strong.
McGowan, handoff, Harden with the drive. Good. Feed down inside the Blair, and he didn't handle it well. Pump it up and in. Simon Blair for 2. It's 40-27. Look for that.
Here's a timeout. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Timeout, Bluffton. Rose-Hulman jumps out to a 13-point lead early in the second half. We'll be back for more on Indiana Sports Network.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
Today's vehicles often require additional procedures such as computer scans for even simple repairs. This ensures that your crash avoidance system and distance sensors are functioning properly.
At Honey Creek Collision, we invest in the latest equipment and technology and provide continuing education for our technicians to ensure a high quality and safe repair.
Honey Creek Collision is a second-generation, family-owned and operated business that you can trust.
So when your insurance company asks, tell them you're going to Honey Creek Collision.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
There was a time.
Well, I'd ask Walt if he wants to talk right now, but I'm telling you, and I'm going to describe this. Walt likes Buckeyes. It's probably the first time that I can say I've heard Walt liking the Buckeyes. Oh, my whole family is like Buckeye crazy, and instead you get to eat one today.
It's fantastic.
Thanks again to the Bowman Farms and Willie Bowman's parents for bringing those in. We do appreciate that. There's a great family network here at Rose-Hulman, and we get to experience that.
Absolutely.
Talked about not calling Stammen's name very much. He had his hands on the ball there, but he hasn't had his hands on the ball too many times out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on a Harden on the drive. But they've really controlled Michael Stammen from running the offense.
They have. In the first half, you talked about that as we're going to get a
We got the timeout. It's a media timeout. We'll take one as well. 40-27, Rose-Hulman with the lead.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles! For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
Rose-Hulman with a 13-point lead. 15:43 left to go in the ball game as the teams break the huddle and get ready to go. Bluffton with the basketball. And Coach Guy Neal really needed that timeout to try to settle down the Rose-Hulman push that they've had here in the first part of the second half.
Same thing in the first half. There was a nice Rose-Hulman push. There was a timeout around this point. We'll see how Bluffton responds here in the second half.
Rose-Hulman's done a nice job in switching on screens and making sure somebody's in somebody's face here in the second half. Here comes the screen, another switch. So you have somebody there. It's just a matter of where they can score it or not. Shots up, no good, and again, Owen couldn't find the range from that fadeaway, but he had to get it off because of the shot clock. Zachary Jackson looking inside. He's got McGowan, but he'll take the shot, and it's up and good by Max Chaplin for three. And it's a 16-point lead. And Rose-Hulman has broken this thing open early in the second half. Wheeler, feed down. That was a great pass. I'm surprised he didn't shoot the ball.
Well, he did. He wasn't, in position to shoot. But the offense is moving, and that's what you want. You didn't get a look out of that, so you reset. Now you're down 7 in the shot clock.
Turn around. Shots up, no good. Tipped around. Stoudemire had it.
Out of bounds.
It's out of bounds off of Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, it's a good defense there. The offense was moving there for Bluffton, and a lot of teams are going to get that shot, whether it be, on that little pass to the post or on the next pass. But Rose sound defensively on that possession. See if they can do it again.
Feed down inside to Martin. Martin squares up.
Yes.
Tries to make the move. Jump.
I like it.
Got it.
He didn't make the shot, but I like it.
Nice play, just couldn't get it in. Here comes Wheeler, nice feed. Shots up and good this time by Marcus Bruns, the senior from Coldwater, Ohio.
And right into the pressure.
Stoudemire to Chaplin. Chaplin's had the open look, and another one he got hit on the shot. Bruns hit him, and he'll go to the line to shoot. 3 shots for Chaplin this time.
That is a horrendous foul. I know Coach Neal is going down to the end of the bench, or he's looking for an answer, or he's teaching right now. Probably all three. That was a horrible foul.
We want to thank Culver's for sponsoring today, as well as Farm Bureau Insurance and their agent locally in Micah Bonomo. Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Honey Creek Collision Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, York Automotive, and fans, the transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield.
Max Chaplin, if he makes this free throw, will be the first engineer in double digits today.
Could have heard a pin drop on that one as he sticks it in the hole, and it's Rose-Hulman with the lead as they continue to lengthen this, and they're up 17 right now. Owen feeds outside. Stallman to Bruns inside, and he went with a dunk, and the foul's called against Blair.
Guess he got with the body. There's a lot of, he went up, met him at the summit, got hands on the ball, but I can't see. So I'm assuming the official was saying body-to-body contact to get that foul.
Well, he jumped forward. If he jumped straight up and did that, it'd be fine. They said he went forward into it. Martin will go to the line, and he's had a pretty good ball game. Connor Martin, a sophomore, he's 6'6" from Holland, Ohio.
I'm going to tell you what. If I'm Coach Sales, that'd be my favorite foul of the day. There's no way I want somebody coming here to get a jam in my building.
And
when you can contest that thing, you go contest it.
Well, because it's an emotion builder.
Yes.
And again, we talked emotionally, you don't want to have that take place. Stoudemire with the drive. Pull up from 5. Got it.
I'm going to tell you what, Stoudemire is a dynamo. This is a freshman getting his, I believe his 3rd or 4th start of the season, 2nd in a row, I do believe. And this is a young man and is going to have a great career here at Rose-Hulman. This is off to a good start as a freshman.
Martin again. Loose ball picked up by Blair. Here comes Chaplin.
Find McGowan.
Cross court. Gave it up. Stoudemire for 3. Can't get it. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Bluffton basketball. 17-point lead for Rose-Hulman. It's 48-31. Substitutions into the ball game. J.D. Stokes comes into the ball game from Bluffton. Willie Bowman for Rose-Hulman. Number 50, that's Isaac Farnsworth for Rose-Hulman. For Bluffton, number 22, that's Ryan Rose, a senior from Tip City, Ohio.
When your big men do something defensively to help you out, and then they sprint the floor right down the middle with their arm extended when they get in the paint, you've got to find a way to find that guy. Reward your big man, give him a touch.
Turn and a drive. And
he went into, that's no call. I agree with that.
Stallman did not get it. Pass! Farnsworth inside, and a layup for Max Chaplin.
I didn't think he saw him. I did not think Farnsworth knew he was there. A little moisture on the floor. Wipe that up because you got players slipping down low. As Stallman went down, on his last drive on the baseline, I talked about going into contact. He went into contact at an abnormal angle. He was almost at a 45-degree angle away from the basket. So that's why the referees didn't give that call, the moisture, and then now Blair kind of slipping, so rightly stopping the play to make sure the players are safe. But if Stallman wouldn't have been so abnormal, we probably would have gotten the call.
Bruns. It's Rose. Outside to Bruns for 3. Can't get it. Rebound to Chaplin. And then fast break opportunities for Rose-Hulman. They were beating them down the floor, and they slowed it down. Vuk. Jurek gives it up to Bowman. Bowman back to Jurek. Cross court. Gives it up to Jackson. He puts it up and in. Zachary Jackson, and a technical foul's been called.
I think they're going to get Cam Roger. A flop warning. I'm sorry.
Technical foul.
So there's no warning anymore.
There's no warning. He flopped.
There's no.
And this is an after the fact, or it's something he said. He didn't say anything he went flop. So it is a flop.
You remember a couple years ago there was the warning and then the technical. So we're not doing the warning anymore. Is that just, okay? All right.
That's what he's saying. Chaplin at the line. He'll put the first one in. And it's not even that important. It's the one shot.
Yeah, I didn't see.
You know,
I didn't see that at all. I don't know.
It's supposed to keep it from being a circus.
Sure,
and
I get
that's
it.
not all bad.
Yeah, I get it. I just, I'd love to see a warning still, to be honest with you. But hey, rules are the rules.
Bluffton with the basketball. Outside is Stokes. Looking for Rose. Can't find the cutter. Beat Vuk off the dribble and scores.
Yeah, that's okay. Vuk did a great job of staying down, and that's what you want to see. Leads the pressure once again. On the make, you're going to get the pressure.
20-point lead. Vuk brings it up. Bowman inside. Farnsworth, and they're going to call the block.
That's an interesting call. And I was interested to see what happened. I thought he was outside of the circle. I don't know. What did you see?
I thought him outside. Timeout on the floor. Rose-Hulman leads by 20, 53-33. We'll be back for more on Indiana Sports Network.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Rose-Hulman is 6-6 on the season. This is only the fourth home game for the Fighting Engineers. They've played a lot of ball games on the road. They're 6-6 on the season, 3-2 in conference play. So the friendly confines are going to come for Rose-Hulman later on this season. That could be a big difference for them.
It really could. We look at the last, third of the conference season. I think their first home game was Wabash, I think. That's a tough one.
Boy, I'm telling you, going up was Jackson. Feed down into Vuk.
Don't dribble.
And he sticks it in the hole. 55-33, Rose-Hulman. Stokes. Oh, boy, he walked with that one.
Yeah, he tried to hold up.
End.
Yeah, just couldn't quite hold up there. He thought he was going to have a pass. Pass wasn't there. Tried to drag his foot to give him a little bit of time and just couldn't hold up.
Jackson working on Rogers.
Yeah.
Looking for the screen. Bowman for three. Puts it up and in. Willie Bowman for three.
That's just a great screen to free up Bowman. And the Engineers right now got it going.
With the drive, shots up. They're going to count the basket. And Nevin Robinson puts it in, a 6'3" freshman from Kenton, Ohio.
He went right into Bowman, didn't he?
Did.
That's what you make him play defense, go right into him, create the contact, and it wasn't, anything egregious. He just a great basketball play. Try to get that in one and see if he can pay this off here with this free throw.
Robson cannot put that one in the hole. It's 58-35. Rose-Hulman with 10:45 left to go in the ball game. Jackson with the drive, scoops it up, can't get it to go. And if he'd have shot the basketball instead of scooping that, I think he'd have scored it. Tough one with the drive in the post is Robson again. Nice cut, good layup by Wheeler.
Yeah, he beat Chaplin on the cut there. Kind of get caught ball watching.
Farnsworth over the 10-second line. That's why you like Farnsworth. He can do multiple things.
Yes,
he's
absolutely.
A true three. He's not a super big forward, but he can handle the basketball, and he makes some big matches.
Oh, no! That should be an offensive foul.
That should be an offensive foul, and the outside guy finally
swung that elbow. That's a late call. caught Stammen right in the head.
Yep.
You have to make that call, and I'm kind of surprised it's not under technical.
Yep. Another in the NBA, they'd review this one. I guarantee you they would.
He swung that elbow, caught him right behind the ear, maybe or something. That
was a tough one.
It was,
because he had good defensive position, and then he just, it wasn't an arm bar either.
No.
A lot of guys will swing the arm back. Yeah. That one's not going to be as blatant. Stallman gives up to Robson. To Wheeler. Wheeler open look, step back three. Can't get it. Nice block out by Zurich. Outside to Bowman, into Farnsworth, cutter down the middle, Misty.
Got good high hands, tipped the ball.
Bowman to Farnsworth. Looking inside, thought about it with the drive, scoop up, no good. They're going to call the blocking foul.
Every Farnsworth drive today has led to contact. I mean,
big contact.
Big contact, not like a glancing blow. It is all led to contact when you look at and that's what you want. That's what you want. You want this is a very physical player with the Fort Wayne Snyder. You want him driving downhill with force.
And that league in Fort Wayne is brutal.
Yes, it is.
It is a brutal league. 59-37, Rose-Hulman. Farnsworth gets both of those to
have said that so often.
No, we've got some free throws in the hole. It's 60-37, Rose-Hulman. Owen to Stokes, back to Wheeler. Wheeler looking for Cutter, can't find one. There he does. Nice drive in the inside, nice cut, tipped around. And a good rebound by McGowan. Harden.
Give it to him.
Farnsworth with the reverse, got it up and in, and Isaac Farnsworth made him look a little silly on that one. Flat-footed defensively, and Farnsworth took advantage. Stallman back out to Stokes. Stokes, who shot a three earlier, didn't even look at that one. That should have been a double dribble, and it is.
Yeah. Just nothing going well for Bluffton. Right now this half, I think they was it 14 points in the half. Was it 28-23? So you're looking at trying to do math. Was it 24 to 13 advantage? Did I get that right?
You have to go back to your problems and statistics course.
Boy.
Jackson with the drive and score. That's what he wants. Too quick, too athletic.
Yep.
He can really motor it. With the drive is Owen. He scoops it up. He'll get the foul on Bowman, and Owen will go to the line. And Keegan Owen, the senior from Indianapolis, gets that opportunity.
Just keep him in front. Make them make a tough shot. Don't send them to the free throw line, and that's exactly what we did. These are going to be free throws number 16 and 17 this afternoon for the Beavers.
And he pounds that one through. Nothing but net. First time we've seen our next ball player in, number 35. That's Josiah McGee, the junior from Loveland, Ohio. He'll get to play a little bit to end this one out. And they're congratulating Jackson at the bench, and rightly so. He looked pretty good there in the last 4 minutes.
He really did, and a couple of trips downhill, getting to the rim, finished one, and played good defense, moved the ball well. Here comes more pressure for Bluffton.
Another freshman in, Slusher, number 4. For Bluffton, he's from Rockford, Ohio. He's another freshman. Harden feed down inside, and he really misfired that one. Shouldn't have happened. He had an open look, and they're going to call it went off. They're going to say it went off McGowan's foot. And I'll tell you what, Nick Sales is like, what are you calling? He followed him up and down the court. Timeout's been called. Rose-Hulman by 25.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
XLH Sports, the undisputed leader in Indiana high school sports, is proud to be associated with the Indiana Sports Network. XLH Sports, check it out today. You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And Rose-Hulman with 64 points, Bluffton 39, 7:58 left to go in the ball game, and Rose-Hulman just took control of the ball game early in the second half.
You know, they really did, Herb, and that's, you know, really what you wanted to see. The first half, they relinquished the lead after, you know, asserting some dominance. The second half, that has not happened. So, you know, you want Rose-Hulman to be able to finish this game out, still with a good defensive intensity.
Slusher gives it off to Wheeler. Outside is Layfield, who enters the ball game. With the drive is Robson. Kick out to Layfield. Shots up, no good. Rebound is up and no good again. Rebound comes out to McGowan. Robson couldn't get it to go. Harden in the corner to McGee. Back outside to Bowman. Using the screen. Looking for it. Again, Harden. Down in, here's Farnsworth again, squares up, Farnsworth a crossover, pump, feeds inside. I don't know what we're doing on that one. It's a bad pass and a loose ball, and picked up that time by Layfield. Layfield cross court, gives it up to Slusher. Slusher to Layfield. Feed, down inside, again. Opportunity for Stokes, he puts his shot up, he's fouled, he'll go to the line.
Oh, Farnsworth, you know, you have your hands up, you defend well, you know, don't give much ground. Unfortunately today, that's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul. A lot of days, he'll get away with that. I personally don't think it was a foul. Doesn't matter what I think.
Now, what I'm going to tell you next really benefits Bluffton. Okay? And if you're looking at these, Layfield, a 6'3" freshman from Westchester, Ohio. J.D. Stokes is a 6'5" freshman from West Harrison, Ohio. Caden Slusher, a 5'9" freshman from Rockford, Ohio. And you're looking at number 10, Brady Wheeler, a 5'11" freshman from Lima. So the youth movement is in, and coach is coaching these guys. Guy Neal has them up. 3-point shots up and no good by Bowman. But Bluffton has freshmen on the floor along with Nevin Robson. There are 5 freshmen for the Beavers, and they're pulling the trigger going after it.
Yeah, and that's, you know, good in one respect. When you have guys that you're developing, and in a year or two, hopefully you'll be, you know, right there. Right now, though, you know, when you have that many freshmen, sometimes there's going to be some rough transitions, and right now, the second half has been kind of a rough one for Bluffton.
Robson to Wheeler. Turns the corner, nice feed, and a block from behind by Bowman.
You know, guy comes from behind, blocks the shots, okay, with a great offensive execution once again by Bluffton. You turn the corner, you have a 2-on-1 situation, you draw the double team, and then you bounce it off to the block. That's just good offense. You know, Blair made a play from the backside to knock it out of bounds.
Stokes to Robson. Wheeler.
Again! Oh! Behind the back, Wheeler almost got home. Ooh, that was nifty. That was nifty. I like that one. I don't know if Coach Neal really wants behind the back of the paint when you're down 20-plus, though. I don't know.
He just wants to see the score closed. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound tipped out and controlled by Bluffton. With the drive, they're going to call the foul. It's a hold on Bowman on the inside, and William Layfield, the freshman, has that opportunity to go to the line.
And it's going to be 1-on-1 situation, unless they called it on, I don't know if they called it a 2-shot foul, but I know they're in a bonus. I just don't know what the call was. So looking at number of fouls for Rose-Hulman, that's 4 on Bowman. Goes along with 4 on Hicks, 3 on Farnsworth, 3 on Harden.
Puts a shot up and in. So 1 in the bonus, and in comes Zachary Jackson, replacing Willie Bowman.
You were mentioning Farnsworth and what he's able to do. I don't know, it's just, to me, outside looking in, there's, trying to work his way back into this rotation. Hasn't getting as many minutes as maybe we would, like, or what we thought he would. But one thing he's got to do is be able to stay out of foul trouble. There have been foul issues as in charge, probably. Yep. Out of control there. And so Farnsworth, a guy that when on the floor, what he can do defensively and offensively create so many mismatches. And we need him on the floor for this season to get where we really want to go. But when you commit a foul every 5 minutes of game action, that's a travel, missed it. You're not going to be on the floor too much. And today, when you look at that, I'm talking about over the season.
Yeah.
Today, 14 minutes, 3 fouls.
Walked with it.
Yeah, just sloppy all over the place. It's a sloppy finish to this game. This 5:05 can't go fast enough here for Coach Sales, I don't think. Or me. This is a sloppy.
It is sloppy.
You don't want to end something. The way the first 12 minutes went in the second half is what you wanted it to see. But now you're starting to revert back. You want to finish well going into the game Wednesday with Manchester.
Shots up and no good by Robson. Harden, shots up and good. He's got a 3-pointer and he's feeling it. Gives him 17 on the afternoon, the only player in double figures for Rose-Hulman. Oh, I'm sorry, it is not. Shots up and good by Wheeler. Actually, it gives Harden 11.
Yeah.
He puts him in double figures.
Right.
Read the wrong line again. Cross court, open look for Zach. He tries to draw the charge.
Now could have flop.
And he got the technical foul. They're going to call it.
Yeah, you had to call that. You called it, once or twice already. You got to call that. So, Jackson's not going to take that 3-pointer normally.
And it's got to be one or the other.
Yeah. Stay up, play good defense. Jackson's typically going to be a driver. So just for Wheeler right there, how many fouls is that on Wheeler? I don't know, but third foul I think on Wheeler. But Coach Neal saying, "Hey, young man, that's not what we want to do right here. Stand up, play good defense, stay in front of him."
Bradley steps up, hits the one free throw. 68-43.
Yeah.
So if you've called one flop,
you
got to call another one. Here it is, Rose-Hulman with the basketball, McGee with it on the inbounds, and they'll rotate it all the way around inside, and a hold on the inside.
Only 15 foul for Bluffton, so it's going to be an out-of-bounds situation. Be interested to see how deep we get into this bench for Rose-Hulman. The last
inside, and Harden with the layup out of the inbounds play. And that's where the group of freshmen is going to have trouble. They just, they don't play, they haven't played enough with each other.
Right.
Entering the ball bank, Jalen Cromwell, a senior, 6'4" senior from
3 on 4 on 1.
Oh, he threw it to the other side. Harden with the 3, and he should have passed the ball the other direction and scored the layup. McGee hustle, picks it up. Harden. Feed inside to McGowan. McGowan lost it, and it's a first down.
It sure is. Oh, my goodness. You know what I was hearing? You remember the Benny Hill show? That's what I'm hearing in my head right now with the action.
3:26 left to go in the ball game. Rose-Hulman leads, and we'll be back for more on Indiana Sports Network.
I I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
And we're waiting for Rose-Hulman to break the huddle. 3:26 left to go in the ball game. It's 70-43.
Kind of surprised that McGowan's still in the game, Blair's still in the game. Well, I mean, I don't know who else you go to.
Jackson feed outside to McGee. Open look for three, and Josiah buries it.
Big shot. There's a couple of there's a couple of freshmen I'd love to see for Rose-Hulman in this game. I don't know if I don't know if they're practicing well enough to get in this game, but there's a freshman that I've had. I know. There's a freshman I've had my eye on in the layup line. He's a high riser. I'd love to see him in the game and see. Is there anything else that goes along with it that we're able to see?
The high riser?
Ooh, mercy, yes.
That might be the good nickname when he starts playing. You know
Man,
that.
I've got my eye on him. I want to see him play. And there we go. There we go.
Layfield at the line puts the first of his
There we
shots
go.
in. And here comes some big fellas in.
There's my man.
Ben Olenek, freshman, 6'6" from Oxford, Ohio. And number 55 is Jack Murphy, a freshman from Westport, Connecticut. With the drive, scoop, and he'll go to the line is Cam Rogers. He's a junior from Cincinnati.
Oh, Ben's in for a few seconds getting the scorebook with a foul. That didn't take long. And our last media timeout.
And we'll take that timeout as well. 73-44, Rose-Hulman in the lead.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo. You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Cam Rogers at the line. You're going to get a look at him. Misses that first one.
You know, Bluffton's gotten to the free throw line quite a bit today, and that's what you want. 16 now for 24 on the afternoon.
Joey Bonham in the ball game for Bluffton as well. Just checked in there. Jackson looking, he has a man in the post, didn't feed him. Good ball movement right now. McGee, feed, down inside, they're going to get the foul on an arm bar, and Murphy.
You know, it's unfortunate. Murphy's going to get to the, well, no, it's only the 16th foul. Not going to get to the free throw line.
Yeah.
I want to see a little move by Murphy. Let's see what we got here. You know, some of these guys get a chance to play. I want to see what he got. I want to see some foul calls. Let's play some ball.
Crossover, nice drive, puts the shot. Should have just pulled up and taken the 5-footer.
Yeah, I agree. Had the angle for the.
Nick Winslow, the sophomore from Norwalk, is in the ball game. Turnover. Rose-Hulman with the ball and a potential break. McGee for three, puts it up, can't get it. Rebound comes out to Winslow. Nick Winslow with the ball. Working off the screen. to Layfield. He'll drive the baseline, puts a shot up and in.
I can see a substitution timeout. Got a couple more guys at the scorer's table. Maybe take a timeout for substitution purposes.
Or you can let Harden shoot it there. I thought he was going to pull the trigger. McGee will from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Harden with the basketball.
Let's get a timeout, Coach.
1:37 left to go. Harden feeds inside. And they're going to call the foul. That'll get you the substitution. They're not in the bonus yet. Six fouls.
They are now.
Should now.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And got a couple other Rose-Hulman players coming into the ball game. Number 20, that's Colin Young. He's a freshman from Madison, Wisconsin. Number 21 is Ron Farrell. He's a junior from Sammamish, Washington. How'd I do?
Did very well.
Sammamish?
Yeah, did very well.
And he got that free throw in. And the bench is more excited, I think, than he is in scoring. And Ben Olenek, the freshman from Oxford, Ohio, puts his first point on the board.
I'm telling you, man, when I watch that young man, the layup line, you see his arms. Young man, not built like a freshman, number one, but he is a high riser. I've been watching him all season, the layup line. I'm like, who is this kid?
Approaching that 1 minute mark. 74-46, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Three-point shot outside and good this time by Jalen Cromwell. He's a senior from Pickerington, Ohio.
And I love the back pedal after the three-point make. I love that. Looking like Muhammad Ali.
Here's a three-point shot by one of the freshmen. Couldn't get it up and in. He's got another chance. It's Farrell. Oh. No. Tipped. You're right. He's a high riser. He got his hands on that one. Tipped around again. Rose-Hulman with the ball.
I've been looking for I'm telling you what, when Ron comes in the game, the crowd goes nuts. These students love Ron. This is the second time I've seen him on the floor this season. They want him to score.
Well, yeah. They enjoy that one. Sammamish, Washington, which that one I don't know where it is other than Washington State. McGee for three. Fires it up. Can't get it. Tipped up. And they're going to call the over-the-back call against Ben Olenek.
And we'll get free throws.
We'll go down to the other end. 27.6 left to go. As the shot clock is now the game clock. You'll be able to see that one. At the line, Cam Rogers. He'll shoot a couple shots as we're in the double bonus. And Rogers misses the first. Rogers takes that second one, puts it up and in. We want to thank our camera operators, Kanan Harper, Nathan Cowan, and Amy Metcalf. We're directed by Tony Harper and produced as well. Our technical video technician is Keith Lawson, as we'll pound this one out with nobody wanting to do anything that way. We're so glad you joined us this afternoon to watch this ball game. And again, Rose-Hulman will be back in action Wednesday.
It's going to be a turnover. My God, that was close.
Oh. We'll be back on the air Wednesday with a ball game against Manchester, a big ball game. Rose-Hulman moves up in the standings. They're 4-2 on the season in conference play. And we'll take a look. Rose-Hulman will shake hands, and then they'll come out and acknowledge the crowd like they usually do here. But a big win for Rose-Hulman. They moved to 4-2 in conference play. Bluffton falls to 2-4 in conference play and 4-9 overall. And for, again, Rose-Hulman, it was a big victory. It may not look like a lot because they pretty well dismantled Bluffton in the second half, but they really needed this victory to keep tabs on that top six finish in the conference.
They really did, and when you look at what happened this afternoon across the conference, the number 2 seed, well, number 2 in the standings right now, Manchester, lost. Number 3 team in the standings in Franklin, lost. Both of those 2 teams have lost now 2 conference games in a row, so we talked about it. The conference is going to be all over the place. And we look at Anderson getting a win today, Hanover, who's in the 4th spot, getting a win today, Rose-Hulman in the 5th spot getting a win today. So Hanover and Rose-Hulman both will move up in the standings as Franklin and Manchester drop. And then Wednesday with Manchester coming in, you start it all over again. So it's going to be topsy-turvy all season long, but very fluid situation.
Anderson stays undefeated from what we know right now, and they're the team right now. Of course, everybody knows we want to beat Anderson. We want to see somebody beat them, have an opportunity. But Rose-Hulman is going to keep pace if they can play like they have the last 2 ball games.
Yep, they will. And to me, it all starts on the defensive end for this group. You know, defensive end, they've been pretty solid the last few games, and you know, you're playing teams now that are not like Shrine and Wabash and DePaul, teams that'll be probably in the national tournament. Several of them that they play the non-conference season. So, you know, obviously one team will be in the postseason tournament out of this conference. We're hoping it's Rose, but you know, you're playing teams that you're familiar with. You're playing teams that are right at your level, and a lot of these teams you should be able to win at home. Rose, if they can go undefeated at home, they're going to give themselves a really, really good chance at that 1 or 2 seed this season.
Well, that's why they're playing this one. And again, for Coach Nick Sales, you're seeing things start to come together. Yep. It's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect because that's just the way it is in basketball. But at a certain point, you're seeing them improve. And that's really what you want out of a basketball team, or any team for that matter. You want to see improvement throughout the season. We're seeing that right now. We're seeing a lot of good things from Rose-Hulman. They just need to continue to get better, and they'll have that opportunity as they take on a very good Manchester ball club Wednesday evening, and we'll have that ball game on the air at 7:30. We'll be on the air at 7:15 with the pregame show. 7:30 with the ball game. We're glad you joined us here on Indiana Sports Network. And until Wednesday evening, for my partner Walter Gordon, I'm Herb King. We'll say so long, and we'll see you this Wednesday.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.